is of Facebook, because a lot of people on Facebook. Facebook, this is how we can do mu'alaja, or how we can try to rectify some of the misunderstandings that we have between people, because misunderstandings leads to argumentation, it leads to bad feeling and all these things. Okay, so what we should always be doing is reconciling the hearts. So if you look at this example of Facebook, the first advice would be, when you're about to write something, read it back to yourself. Can it be misunderstood? Is it a word that you can change that maybe would lead to less misunderstanding? You know? Or, once you've done that, before you post it, before you click that button, read it back to yourself and ask yourself, could I justify this in the Day of Judgment? When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala holds me to account, is this jumla or this sentence okay? Is it something that is absolutely nothing wrong with it? Okay, so thinking twice before you click that button. Sometimes you write something and straight away you read it back and you think, delete. It's going to create more problems. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, take it easy. Chill out. Right? Don't take things so seriously. Some people read something and they think, this person's talking about me. It's all about, the person may be making a general statement, and because you had an argument with that person a week ago or 2 weeks ago, you think, he's talking about me in this. How do you know? Where's the husn al-dhan? Where's the good opinion? How do you know he's not talking about someone else? Maybe he had 3-4 arguments in that week and it's about something, or he's just generally talking. You see, this is where a lot of misunderstandings happen, so don't take it personally. Chill out, take it easy. Maybe the person was meaning something else. Maybe it's something else in his mind. This is where husn al-dhan comes in, having a good opinion. This is a very important point now. When you have a disagreement with somebody, we know that ad-din nasiha. Religion is good counsel. We're supposed to give nasiha, good counsel to one another. And they actually say, if someone is doing something wrong in amongst a group, what's the best way of doing that? You take the person to a side and you give them nasiha. You don't do it in front of everyone. Why? Because you're going to embarrass that person. When it comes to Facebook, mashallah, right? Nasiha mubasharatan, right? Nasiha straight away. The whole world is watching and you're giving this person nasiha. You're embarrassing the person in front of the whole world. Okay, so you wouldn't do it in reality, so why are you doing it online? So if you want to give this person nasiha, send the person a private message. Afwan, excuse me, but I disagree with this. Or maybe what you wrote could be better, put in a better way because it might be misunderstood, or blah, 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 blah. What happens is people give nasiha straight away, then the person has to defend himself. He comes back, and then what you have is an argument. And then another person comes in to throw in his 2p piece and makes things worse. Okay? So this is a simple thing. If you want to give someone nasiha, don't do it in public. Send the person a private email or message and give the person nasiha that way. Another thing is, the Prophet ﷺ said that every ummah, every nation has a characteristic. And the characteristic of this ummah is haya, is modesty. And the Prophet personified this, haya. So we're supposed to be modest in the way we dress, and the way we speak, and the way we interact with one another, whether it's within our own gender or also with the opposite gender. Let's come back to Facebook. One of the things, if you're doing something wrong, it's between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You do tawbah, you try and change it. We all have sins. What you're not supposed to do is uncover your sins. If Allah's covered your sins, you don't go and expose yourself. Facebook, you do something wrong, put it on Facebook, let the whole world know. There's brothers, profile pictures, the guy's in a club. He's got alcohol and he's got girls around him. Why are you putting that picture up? If something you're doing wrong, okay, that's something you need to rectify. Why are you telling the whole world? Because there's no haya, there's no modesty, there's no sharam, there's no haya. You see, this is what happens when haya goes, and it's the characteristic we need to revive. Sisters, mashallah, right? Brothers do this, sisters do this as well. Your nakedness is something the Sharia has ordained. Okay? Certain things you're not allowed to show to other people. But when it comes to Facebook, you want to show them all your pictures, your holiday pictures on the beach, everything. Right? You want to do something wrong, that's between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Maybe 3-4 people saw you. Why do you want to tell the whole world? There was an example, something really disturbed me. A Muslim girl, this is a while ago, and this is where I was thinking, I want to get off this now. a sister, she put up a post that she'd been going out with a Muslim brother for how many years. However, the dastardly mutt, he'd been two-timing her. So he'd been seeing another girl. So she's putting this on Facebook. I've been going out with this guy for 5 years. So first of all, you're telling the world you've been going out with this guy. Secondly, you're telling the world that he's been going out with another girl. So you're exposing her as well. And then she's saying, and then, just in case you don't know who he is, she put a picture of him up. I mean, subhanallah. And then people that came on to advise her, they didn't say, look, what you're doing is wrong. They said, you're better than him, you can do better, you get someone else. I'm like, subhanallah. You know, one thing is doing something wrong, but then telling the whole world. So this is something, if you don't have haya, if you're going to sin, which obviously you shouldn't, but if you do sin, don't put it on Facebook. Don't tell the world. Have a bit of haya, have a bit of modesty. And also the pictures you put up, look at the pictures. The world is going to see those pictures. Do you really want them to see those things? Argumentation, right? And this is again due to the misunderstandings, like I was saying before, that happen, and then people get into big argumentations. And you end up getting angry, and you spend a lot of time, and what's the benefit? What is the benefit of that argumentation, that big thread? What was the benefit of it? People start swearing at each other, people start, you know, having a go at one another. It becomes very ugly. And swearing itself, I mean, sometimes when people talk, they have a slip of the tongue. Okay, it comes out, oops, I need to rectify it. But when you're typing, you've thought about it, and you're typing the words. Why are you typing a swear word? Are you going to gain money from it? Is Allah going to give you a pat on the back? What tangible benefit has it? It has no benefit whatsoever. Right? So to actually think about it and write it is even worse. So that's another thing, swearing. Then the etiquettes of dealing with the opposite sex. You know, they have this thing on Facebook called poking. Right? Somebody has poked you. So a couple of times, sisters, I have no idea who they are, poked me. You know, I'm like, look at my picture. I've got a beard. You know, I look religious. Do you think you should be poking me? Would you poke me in real life? If I was standing about, would you come and poke me? Yeah. So when it comes to interacting with the opposite sex, the same adab, the same etiquettes we would have in normal day life, right? We should have when we're doing non-verbal communication. So just like you wouldn't go up to a woman in the middle of the public and just start, you know, having a laugh and all the rest of it, you shouldn't do that on, whether it's email or text or so on. Okay, so the same etiquettes that we would have in normal day life, we should have with the opposite gender, and a lot of people fail in this. Okay, a lot of people fail in this, and a lot of inappropriate interaction goes on privately and also on Facebook as well, so the public can see. And also, when we are communicating with one another, what are we supposed to be doing? We're supposed to be always calling people to good. We're always supposed to be calling people to good, giving da'wah. One of the things I've noticed, you know, on Facebook, I'll every so often put hadith up. Maybe you get 20 likes. Then you put a joke up, you get 200 likes. You see? What we should be doing is posting articles, beneficial knowledge, you know, a paper, something like that. Anything you put up of benefit, you see 3-4 likes. You put up a joke, you put up a funny picture, you get thousands of likes. So this shows the way that we're actually using this tool. We're not using it to the best or the best way. The way we should use it is as a beneficial tool. Okay. So I mean, I can probably go on, but we'll leave it at that, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq to just think about what we're doing, especially when it comes to when we deal with emails and texts and social media. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq. Sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam taslim kathira.